When Vibhishana approached Rama, having known that he is the brother of an enemy who must be coming as a spy, there was no reason whatsoever for Rama to trust Vibhishana. What did Rama do? He simply said, "Now that you have come to me, seeking my refuge, I will grant you that." What happens when you love your family too much? Is there an answer for this from Mahabharata or Ramayana? How does a leader find talent, smell talent? Is something that we are looking for. Bhishma finds Drona as the most talented person. The moment Bhishma sees him, I need him to train my children, our children, Pandavas and Kauravas. Who should get trained? Under whom should they get trained? Bhishma found an instant answer in Dronacharya, and Dronacharya was looking for help. Now we'll shift to another story, same story, Rama and Vibhishana. Just before the Ramayana war, Vibhishana comes rushing to Rama. Who is Vibhishana in this case? Brother of an enemy that Rama is fighting. Rama has reached the shores of Lanka to fight whom? Ravanasura. And who is Vibhishana? Ravanasura's own brother. The moment Vibhishana comes to Rama, first of all, they never met each other. They may have known about each other a few months earlier because of the impending war. Other than that, they don't know each other. When Vibhishana approached Rama, having known that he is the brother of an enemy who must be coming as a spy, there was no reason whatsoever for Rama to trust Vibhishana. What did Rama do? He simply said, "Now that you have come to me, seeking my refuge, I will grant you that." Not only that, he immediately told Vibhishana, look at the confidence of a hero here, confidence of a leader. What did the leader say? "You have come to me seeking my protection. Not only will I protect you, but I know that Ravanasura will be killed in the war. When he gets killed, who will be the next king? It will be you." He promises, Rama promises Vibhishana that he will be made the king. There was no test here. There was no distrust here. They became friends instantly. Whereas Sugreeva and Rama could not become friends instantly. What is the big difference? In both the cases, Rama was the common person. Sugreeva was not. Rama was the common person. What was Rama's confidence? What was Rama's ability here? Rama's ability here is he will trust anyone. If the trust is broken, he knows how to take care of it. Vibhishana does not have that strength. Even Sugriva does not have that strength. But Rama has that character, that strength that says, I can trust anyone, and if the trust is broken, I know how to take care of it. Therefore, he immediately promised Vibhishana that I'll take care of you. I'll make you the king. That's about the trusting portion. Now, I have a question. We see a lot of families, a lot of things going on in families, right? There was a question, what happens when you love your family too much? Is there an answer for this from Mahabharata or Ramayana? In this case, I'm taking the example of Dhritarashtra, who has 100 sons. He was blind both symbolically as well as physically. Right? He was blind physically, but here he shows he has a very blind love for his children. He did not care if they were going in the wrong direction or not. In this case, the love was so overpowered. Love for his children is so overpowered. He was blessed with two brilliant people. King Dhritarashtra was blessed with two brilliant people. Their names were Sanjaya and Vidura. They were brilliant in many ways, and they were also very wise people. There's not a problem for which they cannot provide a solution, right? But in spite of having such powerful advisors, Dhritarashtra failed to prevent the war, failed to see the end of his children. All his children died in the war, died gory death. I cannot tell you how cruelly they were killed in the war. right? What is the problem here? His love for his children was way too much, to the point of being corrupt, to the point of being a total fault, right? That was the problem here. I want to show you way too much love for your family to the extent of being blind love is incorrect, and it is proved numerous number of times. I'm giving you here only one example. There is another famous question that was answered in Mahabharata and Ramayana. They ask, do you have to think too much before you enter into some commitment or not? Okay. Now there are words for it in Sanskrit. Paschataapi. Paschat means after. Tapi means feeling or thinking deeply or feeling bad about something that happened. Purvataapi is predicting something and taking caution to prevent something from going terribly wrong. You think very well before the act. Paschatapam is thinking deeply after something went wrong, right? The question is that many people ask, Yudhishthira Dharmaraja is the eldest person in the family among the Pandavas, but Krishna chose Arjuna for Bhagavad Gita. Why not Dharmaraja? The answer is the difference between Arjuna and Dharmaraja is that Dharmaraja was a Paschatapi. He played the game of dice with the Kauravas. He lost terribly, not once, but 2 times. And both the times, he had to lose his honor, feel insulted in a big way, and then he left. He never asked anyone, do I have to play this game? And they say in Mahabharata also, there are certain places you should not go without invitation. For example, they say if there's a family function and you're not invited, you should not go, right? But if there is a death in the family, even if you're not invited, you should go and visit that family. And then there is a third type of invitation. Even if you get it, you should not go. What is that? If you are invited to drink, if you are invited to play dice, if you are invited to go for hunting, you should not go, even if you get a good invitation, right? Those are the rules that they framed for good conduct. But Dharmaraja never asked, should I play this game or not? He went to a game, even though he knows that he's going to get cheated, he went there. On the other hand, Arjuna's power was before the war, when he saw all the elders, Arjuna simply fell down in his chariot and asked, Krishna, I don't want to fight this war. I am not able to digest the fact that if I have to win this war, I have to kill my own people. I don't want this war. This is an example of Poorvataapi. After the loss of the game of dice with the Kauravas, Dharmaraja felt terrible. That is Paschatapam. After the fact. And before the fact, Arjuna asked Krishna for advice. What should I do? Krishna advises him, go and fight. Right? So now that's a big difference. When do you have to think deeply before you act on something? Whether you take advice or not, or you should act first and then think about it later on. The answer is clear. Guru-Shishya relationship. What should be the relationship between a guru and his student? Right? There are several examples. I'm quoting 2 examples here. The first example is Parashurama and Karna. Right? Even in the recent movie Kalki, for some unknown reason, Karna was made a hero, right? Big hero for some reason. But in the relationship between a guru and his disciple in this example, Karna reaches out to Parashurama, and basically he lies to him that he is a Brahmin and he needs training. The relationship between the guru and the student started with a lie, and it eventually ended up in Karna getting cursed big time, right? He loses the war because of that curse. He dies in the hands of Arjuna because of that curse. Look at the relationship between Vishwamitra and Rama. Guru-Shishya relationship here again. Vishwamitra, when he approaches Dasharatha Maharaja asking for his two sons Rama and Lakshmana to join him to fight the demons, they agree. But what Dasharatha tells Rama is, from today, think of Vishwamitra as I myself. Whatever he tells, it's like as if I am giving you that direction. You should follow his direction. And the relationship was so smooth, so perfect between the guru and the shishya. It ends up being all good things in favor of Rama throughout his life. Right? So guru shishya relationship bonding should not happen through lies, but it should happen with a good contact, a complete faith in each other, especially the student having 100% faith in the guru. Right? That's an example that I wanted to share with respect to guru shishya relationship. I just want to talk about one more thing here. When a woman is ill-treated, what happens, right? In the case of Draupadi Vastrapaharan, everyone knows this story. Krishna protects her honor, right? But when Dusyasana was the one who pulled the rope, Dusyasana gets punished big way. Bhima tells in the court, the person who pulled her sari, I will break his hands, I will kill him, I will. Not only that, when Draupadi was called into the court, her hair was pulled. Bhima says, I will not only kill Dusyasana, but I will drink his blood, I will apply that blood to the hair of Draupadi, and that will satisfy me, right? Dusyasana really gets killed that way. And how did Duryodhana insult Draupadi? Now that you are lost in the game of dice, you are part of our family, come and sit on my thighs, is what Duryodhana tells Draupadi. Draupadi was severely insulted, ill-treated in that meeting. Bhima promises again, you showed your thigh to my wife, I am going to break that thigh into 1,000 pieces. And that's what happened, right? When he was taken care of. When women especially are ill-treated, they got severe beating in our Puranas. There was no option, nothing against it. They were never treated kindly. Same thing with Kichaka and Draupadi. Again, whenever in Puranas, women suffered a lot. When Kichaka was approaching Draupadi with an evil eye, Bhima again comes into picture. You see in the movies, they talk about violence, right? The way that in the manner in which Kichaka was killed in the epic Mahabharata is something. When I read it, I was shivering because when he was killed, he was a big guy. Kichaka was a big guy. What did Bhima do? This is gory, right? He pushes the head into his torso. Kichaka's head is pushed into his torso. His legs were also pushed into his torso. He rolled the entire body into a ball. It appeared like if it was a ball that was rolling, right? He was killed so badly. What are our epics telling us? If women are ill-treated, they will be punished severely. And there are n number of examples about it. We know about Ravanasura, how Ravanasura gets killed by Rama because of his ill treatment of Sita. Now, does it give a blank check to all the women to be whatever they want, and if men misbehave with them, they will be punished? There's a caution, word of caution here also. We talk about one Surpanaka who was ill-treated by Lakshmana. Why was Surpanaka ill-treated? Basically because she is a demon. She had bad intention. She wanted to break a family. She wanted to do all sorts of nonsense things. And therefore, she must be punished, even if it is a woman. In fact, Rama's career starts with the killing of a woman. And at that time, Vishwamitra was right next to him. He asked, can I kill a woman? He says, if a woman is breaking dharma and making the entire society evil because of her activities, she must be killed. What I am trying to say is, if women are ill-treated, they will definitely be punished. But if women are evil, they must be dealt to. We had clear instructions from both Ramayana and Mahabharata when it comes to these activities. So an important lesson for leadership, when there was a vacancy in the Indra Sabha, when Indra himself was thrown out, defeated, and Indra went into hiding, the entire Devata clan was looking for someone to lead them. They did not find a king within themselves. They wanted someone to lead them. So who did they find? They found Nahusha to be a perfect match. But when Nahusha became the king of the Indra Sabha, he became very arrogant. An important lesson in leadership, the reason I say it is, I see a lot of leaders who come up in life through a lot of struggle. But once they reach the peak, they behave like they're absolute dictators, right? Nahusha was story for such people. Why you should not become a dictator when you become a good leader, when you're offered a top position. Nahusha, the moment he became the king of the heavens, he asked a question: if I am the king, who is Sachi Devi, who is the wife of Indra? He says she should be my wife, right? Why is she not being with me? And that's how the arrogance turned into his own killing in some way, his own end. It ended his career. The rishis are counted as the core group in an organization called Devatas in the Devata Sabha or Indra Sabha. The Saptarishis are supposed to be the core people who are absolutely brilliant in every way. There's not a thing that they do not know about. There's not a problem that they cannot solve. Right? In such a situation, Nahusha uses them as domestic help. He asks them, I will sit in a palaki that will be carried by you. And he was so arrogant, he started using his core team, absolutely the core team, as the most insignificant team ever. And that brings his end in a drastic way. When they were carrying the Pallaki, the Saptarishis were carrying King Pallaki, there was uneven weight, and he kicks Agastya Mahamuni and says, you are an idiot, why are you moving this Pallaki and giving me so much discomfort? And he kicks Agastya, and that brought the end of Nahusha. Now the story is, if you become a top leader, you should be more humble. The greater heights you reach, the more humble you should be, because falling from great heights leads to instant death. If you fall from a small ground, it's okay, you'll only get hurt. But you reach a top position, when you fall from a top position, the fall will be terrible. And Nahusha's story from Mahabharata tells you that. Continuing around the leadership lessons, we have started at Soham Academy a leadership program, and whenever I looked at Puranas, I was always looking at what lessons are there for leadership. Nahusha's story stood out as the biggest one for me. Leadership lessons, when you are forging partnerships with others, what kind of partnership are you looking for? Right? Do not forget the context is something that talks about the relationship between Rama and Sugreeva. Both of them had the same problem. Both of them had the same goal to achieve. Therefore, the context set as the primary mover for the partnership between both the teams. Again, when you are forging partnership, you should look for equals. Who are the equals? Mahabharata tells us Duryodhana picked up Karna as a friend. Why Karna? Karna was not a small person. He was a big hero. He was a very talented fighter. Duryodhana is also a very talented fighter. The moment he found talent in Karna, and he found out that Karna is as powerful as I am, therefore I am going to forge a partnership with him. Right? That's a partnership that we are looking at when it comes to leadership. When teams merge, or teams when one company is trying to find a partnership with other company, what are the parameters? Right? One, we should not forget the context. Second, we should not forget that are we finding an equal opportunity, or are we finding an equality in this relationship? In again leadership, when you are forging a partnership, giving first is always better than taking first. In this case, in the example of Rama and Sugriva's Maitri, or the friendship, or the partnership, Rama kills Vali. He showed his talent. He presented himself. He gave what Sugriva wanted. So he gave first. And then he sought his help in finding Sita. So giving first is very important in any partnership. When you are looking for, again, forging partnership, you cannot look for only your win. It should be a win-win. I should win and you should also win. That's why when Vibhishana approached Rama, Rama said, yes, I will make you king. I will win the war and I will make you king. And because of this partnership between Rama and Vibhishana brought in a lot of secrets about Ravana, which otherwise Rama would not have known. Right? That partnership was primarily possible because Rama gave the assurance to Vibhishana that I will make you the king when we win the war. That win-win situation, when you are forging a partnership with other teams, with other companies or anything, you should aim for win-win. I will win, you will lose. That will never work, right? And giving first is important. Finding equal partnerships is important. Not forgetting the goal of that relationship is also important. And do not forget favors. When you are a leader and you find a good person who is doing a lot of good work for you, do not forget that. reward them appropriately as and when you can. Whether they stay with you or whether they leave you and you don't meet them for hours and months or years and decades also, you will never forget what they did for you. You should always be grateful. And ungrateful people are treated as the worst sinners ever in our literature. Our literature constantly tells us ungrateful people will go to dogs eventually, is what our Puranas are telling us. Finally, finding talent. How does a leader find talent, smell talent, is something that we are looking for. Bhishma finds Drona as the most talented person. The moment Bhishma sees him, I need him to train my children, our children, Pandavas and Kauravas. Who should get trained? Under whom should they get trained? Bhishma found an instant answer in Dronacharya, and Dronacharya was looking for help. He was looking for a job. He was not finding a suitable job anywhere. The moment Bhishma found Drona, he offered him a great position, a great stage. He said, you will sit next to me in my court, you will sit next to me. Bhishma had that enormous power of smelling talent, right? And that finding of talent and that understanding of the need of Dronacharya for an elevated position brought in a great partnership between them. Promote loyalty. The greatest example of promoting loyalty is Rama. Can you ever imagine your employee giving his or her life for you? Right? Rama promoted that kind of loyalty in Hanuman. Hanuman said, I will do anything for you. I will die for you if you want me to. I will do anything for you. What does it take to promote such kind of loyalty? What did Rama do for Hanuman in any case? Nothing. Hanuman helped a lot. Right? Rama did not do anything for Hanuman for that matter. But what did Hanuman find in Rama that an employee will find in you as an employer, that he will show complete loyalty for you? That's the magic you should understand. Right? Promote loyalty and purpose. Treat them well. Profit sharing. Like again, I'll go back to Vibhishna's story. Profit sharing is an important part of finding talent. When you find suitable talent, you should also share your profits, not just pay them salaries, is what our Puranas are telling them.